these are for couples, let's say, within the next few months. Sabihin natin mga September, October, because August looks probably the same as this month. Sabihin natin September or maybe September, October, November, December, these things. Because most likely there's a chance that baka we can have some semblance of a normal reception program. Maybe, right? How much time would you need? Let's say 20 to 40 people na you would need to edit a proper SDE with the manpower, the minimum manpower that you have. Kasi factor din yun, no, yung manpower nyo. How many are you? How much time? Who can do who? So, minimum, sabihin natin minimum manpower. And can you give us that number? Yung minimum power and the most healthy amount of time that you can put out a good SDE for these couples.
Well, for us kasi, before, nung normal pa lahat, we have 7 people in the team.
7, okay.
So there's 4 cameras, there's an editor, assistant, and 2 assistants basically. Then now, nung nagbago na lahat, actually we haven't done an SDE yet, pero we do live streams. Yun pa lang, siguro there's already 5 to 6 people na eh. So, kung gusto nila ng SDE, halos ganun din yung manpower na makukuha. Kailangan namin, at least 6 people.
6 people?
Kasi,
yun ang minimum?
Yes, for,
minimum yun?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for a normal SDE. Kasi, yun, editor pa lang, magdadagdag ka na ng person, di ba?
Tama.
So, tapos cameras mo pa. And, for us kasi, nahihirapan. If minimum manpower, kung sabihin mo, 2 shooters lang yung meron ka, dagdag ka ng editor, kaya pa rin naman siya. Pero it's just malilimit lang talaga yung mga shots na magagamit namin, yung angles namin. Oo. So, dun pa lang, medyo magbabago na ng
tone.
Yung flow ng SDE. Oo. Pero, kaya pa naman siyang gawin. Siguro, at least, kung reception program mo, siguro, at least 2 hours kaya siya.
Minimum amount, Alesi, is 6 people. Benjie, is it also 6 people for you for editing?
For the SDE?
For SDE?
Siguro kaya siya mga 5 people.
5 people?
Oo.
5 people.
Kasi for us, parang kaya namang mag-move around ng photographers. So, parang doable naman siya with that setup.
But what I'm getting from Benjie and Alesi, the program, overall program, lahat-lahat na, 2 hours, kaya nyong gawin?
Kaya naman yun.
Actually, kahit mas maikli pa siya, kaya siya. Pero it depends na lang kung ano yung malalagay namin, syempre. Kaya ang daming pwedeng gawin ang daming happening sa reception, di ba?
Tama.
Sayang naman kung hindi namin malalagay. Parang ganun. Depende na lang sa couple talaga, sa reception program.
The reception
Actually, huge factor din pala yung preference nung couple.
Tama.
If they are gonna look for the usual slideshow na probably longer, baka hindi siya maging doable on the same day. But kung same day lang, doable naman siya kung maiksi lang din yung, sabihin natin, kunwari, shorter yung program, shorter yung dinner, kasi konti lang talaga sila, less than 10 people or 10 people lang. An SD is still doable, but definitely a lot shorter than the usual. So, kailangan lang namin silang inform ahead of time that there will be a huge difference, especially when it comes to the photos that will be captured. Mag-iiba din siya kasi I think what I'm seeing now is parang mas nagiging mas moments yung mga nangyayari sa mga intimate weddings these days. So, walang halos entourage, di ba, na nakukuhaan.
Tama.
And then, kung may mga details man, wala din masyado mga details, baka sing-sing lang. So, hindi na rin sila nagbabother mag-prepare ng mga maliliit na trinkets. So, not much of those.
The same amount of people can talk because the same amount of people will be present. You can still have the first dance. You can still have a game. You'll still have a dance with the parents if that's what they want. Kung gusto nila, it depends. For me kasi, ako iniisip ko, it's possible. It might not be, but I don't know. But that's why I wanted to invite everyone to kind of discuss what we possibly can do for couples who want a normal SDE. Now, for dinner, for 20 to 30 people, kaya ba yung 45 minutes to an hour, Kaye?
I think 45 minutes.
Kaya.
Max yun.
Yeah.
Max yun, 20 to 30 people, 45 minutes.
I think, I mean, if if we can talk about not just dinner service, but maybe add in the cocktail hour. But in our protocols now, what we're trying to do is do a combination of plated and buffet in one service.
Okay.
So even if it's a buffet service, we are going to serve the soup on the table.
Okay.
So that can take, a few minutes,
Okay.
maybe 10
I
minutes,
love that.
10 to 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're going to serve the salad next. So it's going to take another 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then that's the only time I don't know if yes, we still have to queue, right, Cece? Kasi
Yeah.
kailangan may social distancing.
Yes.
Hindi naman pwedeng everyone will go to the
Hindi
buffet.
pwede,
all
yeah, of course.
the time, diba?
That's right.
So there's still gonna be queuing, and actually it might take a little bit longer because unlike the buffets before na dikit-dikit yung line sa buffet,
Tama.
we'll have to make sure there's at least like a meter or two apart
Spread out.
from the next person.
You're saying for 20 to 30 people, you're saying if we add cocktails, max 30 minutes. 45 minutes pala. 45 minutes.
Ako, like, if there's good music, good wine,
Mm.
good food,
Mm-mm.
your cocktails can last 45 to an hour.
So kaya. So the answer here.
How nice. I mean, ako sa kasal ko, I wished I joined cocktails.
Mm.
And parang nice lang additional photos na relax, di ba? Hindi
Tama.
yung picture nasa likod ng nasa sofa. Or, you see everyone's outfits, how beautiful everyone looks.
Will pictures still happen, guys? Since let's say social distancing, this is like lang. Will we still have pictures? Diba usually pag buffet, the standard thing is tayo, picture muna sa couple, hand to the buffet. With case process na parang we're gonna serve there, how do pictures come into play? Or are pictures still going to happen na parang picture per table with the couple?
So I think Benjie would be the best person.
Iniisip ko.
Sige.
Oo. Pero kung
Actually,
top of mind, sorry lang.
sige.
Top of mind lang na possible pa rin yun, coordination side.
Mm.
We can actually do the pictorials before they go to the buffet, just like the usual, after they do the salad
Right.
part of dinner. Pero since nga lesser yung people dun sa table, I think Benjie will be able to, or the photographer will be able to manage the setup in front or where the couple is na medyo layo-layo sila. So, Benjie, what do you think?
Well, actually, magandang question yun. Hindi ko pa siya naisip, to be honest.
Then great.
Pero,
That's wonderful. How
I
would you,
think-
like,
I
off the
think-
top of your head, sige.
Top of my head, ang pinaka-possible doon is yung couple yung lalapit. And then nasa back naman sila. The guests will be seated. Pwede nyo lang i-move slightly yung chair nyo na together. Hindi naman yung super tabi-tabi, and then you have the couple behind them. I think it's lesser of a risk kasi yung parang tabi-tabi sila na
Tama.
nasa gitna yung couple.
Yes.
And everyone's just standing beside them. So mas less din yung chances for the droplet, ganyan.
Tama.
Although recently I've seen a couple of weddings that were done. May mga iba naman na normal group photos lang yung nangyayari.
Yun.
So I guess a huge factor would be yung preference ng couple. I'm just not sure where to draw the line kung sasabihan ba namin sila na parang, oh guys, social distance lang, or do we just let them be na sige kung anong gusto nyong group photo. So yun ang iniisip ko, parang do we remind them na parang social distancing lang, or
It might
do
be a
we
mood
just-
killer.
do we
Kasi
just
parang,
let them be? Baka mood killer.
okay, you know what's so funny? Cece mentioned this. Cece, you mentioned this in our talk last week na parang, kasi syempre they're family, it's gonna be so hard to police them, and parang it's not like, you want to be safe and tell them, pero paano kung lumuluha na, parang I miss you so Tapos si Alesi, ang ganda ng shot, Cece. Wag mo, ang ganda ng shot.
Oo.
Ang ganda ng
Bigla
shot.
ako naharang.
Ah, wait. Yun din yung iniisip ko, no? Na parang, Alessa, you recently shot something, I saw it on Instagram na it's basically parang SDE na parang considering, during this time, what were the challenges and did you feel that you needed to limit na parang, oy guys, social distancing muna? Did that ever come into play during that day?
Actually, for that wedding kasi, most actually even the last wedding we shot, mostly kasi family lang yun nandun. They all live in the same house. So,
okay.
parang hindi rin sila nasanay mag-mask in front of each other. So, kahit sa reception, yeah, syempre, meron pa rin social distancing. Pero like, kunyari, mag-picture na sila, naglalapit-lapit din sila eh. Parang, syempre, isang bahay lang naman tayo. Diba?
Tama.
Why not naman na magsama-sama tayo sa picture? Parang ganun. Pero, well, ayun nga, parang, di mo pa rin sila mapipigilan eh. Like, kung ano yung gusto nila, yun pa rin yung masusunod eh. Tayo, andun lang tayo.
We're
to
doing our
support
job.
the
Yeah,
wedding.
we're doing our job.
Just
We
doing
wanna...
our job eh. Diba?
Pero parang...
Yeah. So, parang, sila pa rin talaga yung masusunod. Kahit sabihin mo, medyo awkward, like, for us and for them, di ba? Siyempre, virus, andyan lang yan.
Pero ang hirap, di ba? Parang that's such a difficult situation. I'm not, there's no right answer here. Because, I mean, it's not like we have the authority to tell them how to be. It's your family, it's your life as well, na parang we're here to work. Pero at the same time, you want to make sure to also, I don't think there's a right answer eh. Parang feel lang, no? You just have to feel it out based on what the couples is.
Talaga.
Oo, the best we can do lang talaga is try to just keep social distancing at the best with our abilities. And kung family, that's their decision. Pero as much as possible, you want to say, please, don't risk your lives. Buhay na to. Mapa-photoshop namin kayo. Mapa-photoshop. Madidikit namin kayo sa Photoshop. Promise.
Sa video, walang Photoshop eh.
Kaya nga. O nga, sa video nga, ibang klaseng editing software yun. And by the way, guys, here's the thing. There's no right answer right now. This is actually, this whole thing, what we're doing now, is honestly figuring it out. If the couple is watching right now, this is probably the things we're going to talk about, trying to pull off a wedding program within the next few months. So, I mean, this is honestly just, for me, sharing the sort of conversation. See, even the dog agrees. Tama, alam mo, just try to, I'm just saying, tama, tama, solutions. But this is us, honestly, this is the things I foresee us talking about when we start doing weddings again. Coming off Kaye's idea, kung sinama mo yung cocktails after dinner, Benjie, Alesi, you can get shots from that moment, no? Kung nagka-cocktails and nagmi-mingle.
Actually, maganda nga siya eh. Maganda siya kasi more natural yung reactions ng tao. Hi! Congratulations! And pag nakunan mo yung ganun, ang ganda na eh.
Sama na yun.
Diba? Oo.
So,
Kasi,
pwede magamit.
Mas okay siya na moments. Mas magagamit mo siya, actually. For us.
One thing I want that we spoke about last week that I really want, and Kaye mentioned this, Cece mentioned this, Benjie and Alesi mentioned this, couples, if you want to have a semblance of normal wedding reception, the usual thing, if you really want to make this work and you don't want to add any sort of stress or tension to the flow of the program, I heard it from all my colleagues here, you have to get a proper venue. Diba? A proper sized venue. Because what's gonna happen daw kasi is if it's too tight, let's say sa bahay lang, or it's like a super tight venue, you have to consider the logistics with, like you said, Alesi will have 6 people, Cece like a certain amount of people. Kung dikit-dikit lahat na parang sakto-sakto lang kasya and social distancing was not kept in mind, that will add tension, one, to the overall program, and two, people just might be anxious because we're so close to each other. So, my question there is, have you gone through things like this na parang you've seen, okay, pag super tight yung program, ganito, pero pag big venue, and kung big venue man, what classifies a proper big venue, and what are the options that couples have? Should they go with their original, or if they're gonna look for an alternative, how big are they looking for 20 to 30 to 40? Cece, I think you'd be one of the people that we can start with for your...
Yeah, syempre, it really depends. So parang if you initially thought of having 300 people on your wedding and then downsize it to 30, I don't think staying in the same venue will be the most ideal setup. But definitely looking at a venue that will house around 100 guests would be the most ideal
Mm.
scenario or venue kasi parang they can um, partition the venue in such a way
Tama.
that the cocktails will be on this side and the reception will be on this side. Um, and still maintain a good number of tables. Kasi if before we had 10 at a table, right now I think Kay will be having 5 or 6 at a table na
Yes.
lang for social distancing measures. So yon, parang that for me is one um uh, reason kung bakit bigger venue dapat for
Mm.
even an intimate wedding. And second would be the logistics side of it. Syempre,
Tama.
you'll need to set up like lights and sound suppliers will need space kahit paano. The caterers will need a kitchen,
Tama.
a decent kitchen to prepare their food and to also have their social distancing measures at the back end of the
Tama.
preparation. So yung mga ganong klase. And a venue, of course, would have strict protocols in terms of sanitation and disinfection would be perfect.
Cece, Kaye, Benji, Alesi, thank you so much. Honestly, I this is just an ongoing discussion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Parang
Yes.
it's an ongoing, and this is open, guys. We're not trying to give the right answers. We're just openly trying to discuss what we feel we're gonna be going through within the next months with couples, and I mean that's gonna be an ongoing process. In the meantime, please take care, all of you. Stay safe, and yeah, till the next time we all work together again. I look forward to it and the new things that we're hopefully create together.
Yeah. See you soon,
Alright.
guys.
See you
Take
And
care.
stay
guys.
safe.
Bye. Ingat.
Bye.
Bye.